then I think that one of the tips I would give would be to try your skills and your reflexes out on a computer simulation game. And then you might get some sort of feel for what you're going to need to do the real thing.
Hurrah! Damon Hill, world champion. Welcome to the hot seat.
We're going to go. Waste no time. We've already warned him we are going to put him on the spot. Straight to the phones. And line 2. Who's on line 2?
Hi, it's Gemma Alton from Crewe.
Hello, Gemma. You're through to Damon. What's your question?
Hello, Gemma.
Hi, Damon.
Hi.
I'd really love to be involved in Formula One, not as a driver, but to work within a team. Can you give me any information on who to write to or advice which could help me get into this?
Well, I think that the best thing to do is actually to make a list of the teams you think would be your favoured choice, and send them a letter just saying what you think your skills are and in what capacity you want to be involved. What are you actually thinking of? Are you an engineer or are you a PR person? I mean, there's all sorts of jobs that could be done in Formula One. So,
Well, thanks very much.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean,
Decided yet, maybe. Still needs to think
maybe
about
too
it.
young to decide, but you just know you like Formula One.
Hello,
She's
Gemma,
gone,
are you
I
there?
think. I think she's gone to write that letter
Gemma,
straight away.
Okay, right.
We'll
Thanks
get
for your call,
back in
Gemma.
touch. How
Here we
many
go.
people do you have actually working for your team, Damon?
There's about 220 people who work for Williams.
Wow.
So that's quite a big operation just to run 2 cars, actually. But they build everything in the factory. So every little nut and bolt is built and made on machines in the factory. So everything you see on the circuit is handmade in Oxfordshire.
So it's actually not that many when you think about all that metal.
No, they work all the time. But of course, I'm not driving for Williams anymore. So, but the team I've moved to has got slightly less people, but they're growing all the time.
Okay. Do we have a question from Ryan on the studio?
Do you think the new regulations imposed on Formula One make the cars harder to drive?
No, I don't think so. I think fundamentally driving a car it requires the same skill. They keep changing the regulations. Every year they'll try and make it more difficult. Or what they're trying to do is make the racing more exciting. They're trying to make it more difficult for the teams to make a car that is so much better than everyone else's car that the racing is not exciting. So that's been getting better. Over the years, the competition has been getting closer and closer. But they're still very much the same. It's just as difficult to drive them, put it that way, because they're not easy to drive.
Ooh. Fancy it yourself, Ryan? No. Let's go to line 1. Who's on line 1?
Hello, it's Sophie Travers from Kent.
Hi,
Morning,
Sophie.
Sophie. You're
Morning,
through
Sophie.
to Damon.
You obviously enjoy singing and playing the guitar. Have you ever considered making a record? I would certainly
The
buy
thing
it,
is,
as
I
I'm
enjoy
sure
it more
many
than
of your
anyone
fans
else.
would.
Oh, sorry. What's the last bit?
I would certainly buy your record if you
You
did
would?
make one.
Well, that's one. That's good. We're off to a good start. But I think the problem there is I enjoy it a lot more than everyone else does, and I like to tinker. I've got a guitar at home, and I just like to pluck the strings. I like the feel of the guitar, and I strum around, but I haven't got any plans to break into the music business. I got my hands full really driving the car.
What's your voice like?
Well, that's a real problem, actually. So.
Really? Thanks very much for your call there.
Megan,
there's your fan though, she'll buy your record.
Megan, what's your question for Damon?
Do you ever criticise your wife's driving, and do you think
Ah.
more women should be involved in Formula One?
And what's the last bit, Lee?
And do you think more women should be involved in
Yes.
Formula One?
Okay, yes. To answer the last part, yes, I do think more women should be involved in Formula One. It's very much a male domain. But it's very difficult from the driving point of view. There perhaps should be a category, especially for women, because in tennis there's a category for women, and a lot of other sports, athletics, there's a category for women. So why not for driving, for racing? But on the other side of it, there's all sorts of. There's no reason why you can't have a female engineers and designers and team personnel, and there are a few, but not many. But do I criticise my wife's driving? I have to be very careful and think before I do anything like that. But it has been known.
She is in the studio.
She's here now, yes. That's why I'm thinking very carefully. Before
Let's go. Good question. Let's go to line 3. Who's on line 3? Hello?
Hello, line 3.
Anybody there? We've lost line 3. Can we go to
well.
line 4? Is anybody on line?
MTV from
Cheltenham.
Who's that?
Hello. What was your name?
Oh, hi, James.
Hi, James. You're
Racing
through.
a car, not a motorbike.
Why do I race a car and not a motorbike?
How does it feel?
Or how does it feel?
Yeah.
Well, it's very different. I mean, what was the question about motorbikes, was it?
There was a difference between racing cars
yeah.
and motorbikes, I think.
Well, the difference is that on a motorbike, when you crash, you slide along the ground, and when in your car, you can't get out. So that's a big difference. But fundamentally, it's the same principle. You know, you pick a line around a circuit. It's all about seeing the line through the corner, whether you're on a bike or on a car, to try and make it smooth as possible, to go as quick as possible.
There you go.
There you go, James. Do you fancy either of those yourself? Richard,
Yeah.
sorry. You do? Which would you do? Driving cars or motorbikes?
Motorbike.
Motorbikes. Well, good luck. We'll look out for you.
Good luck, James. Take it easy.
Yeah,
Thanks,
take
James.
it easy. Don't go too fast. Okay. Let's go back to line 3. Hopefully, we've got line 3 back. Hello?
Line 3, Richard.
Richard?
Oh,
no,
Richard's gone.
No, line 3 is not working
Well,
today. Thanks very much.
Chris, I know you've got a question for Damon.
Would you ever consider IndyCar racing?
Yes, I looked at it, but you know, I would have to move everything and go and live in the States. And I actually, to be honest, I'm pretty committed to Formula One, because I reckon that Formula One is you get the most competitive situation, you get the best of everything in Formula One. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm totally sold on Formula One as being the best category, the top category in the world. And so if you win that, then it makes you the best driver in the world.
So you are the best driver in the world.
Yes, officially.
It came from your mouth. There we go. Well, no, as well. Let's go to line 5 now. Fingers crossed. We'll have somebody on line 5. Who's there?
Hello?
Hello?
Who's that? Hello?
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 Is that Daisy?
Yeah, it's Daisy from Southend.
Hello,
Daisy.
Daisy. Hooray, you're there. What's your question for Damon?
Hello, I've got a question for Damon. How do you feel about following in your father's footsteps?
Yeah, well, I don't really know what to say there. I basically have done. I didn't think I would do when I was much younger. I thought I'd race bikes, but I sort of ended up doing racing cars, just like my father did. And I think the point to make there is that it's a very exciting lifestyle, and it's a very exciting thing to do. And there's a lot of reasons why I wanted to do that. And I have enjoyed, you know, I've had a fantastic time doing it, and I still enjoy it.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent.
Now,
Yeah,
Jackie, I think we've got time
very
for
proud
a
of you.
quick question from you before we go.
Do you ever sit in your car thinking this could be your last ever lap?
Well, only at the end of the race.
Good answer.
Which is the best way to answer that one. But your point is a very serious one, because motor racing is very dangerous. And so that is actually not a bad way to view it. It's like anything that you do that involves a risk. The most important thing is to concentrate on it and be completely aware of all the risks that you're taking. And so we do really, you know, concentrate, and it's a thought like that makes you concentrate better. And actually, you can perform better because of that. So the fear is very important.
Great. Thanks very much, Damon. I think that's about all we've got time for,
Yeah, good luck
unfortunately.
with your new team.
And good luck in the video Grand Prix, more importantly, of course, which is coming up.
Scary stuff.
in a
Let's
minute.
find out from Mitch who's in the hot seat next week.
Yeah, that video.